Hi there everybody, this is David, and welcome to my 100,000 subscriber special. You guys have been with me for 10 years now, through thick and thin, through my Let's Play days whenever I was starting off this channel, just sitting on my bed without a microphone, without a PC. I just had a laptop, I had a Rosetta Stone headpiece, I didn't know how to edit, I didn't know how to do anything. And I just thought, you know what, I want to start a channel, and I did. And I never thought that it would ever grow to anything like this at all. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that. I remember coming downstairs and telling Ken and saying, Ken, I've 10 views on one of my videos. How exciting is that? 10 people are watching my video. Or whenever I got like my first subscriber, I was like, oh my god, somebody subscribed to me. Like, people actually want to watch my video. I was shocked. And Ken's over there like, yeah, okay, good job. You know, he didn't really care, because none of us thought that anything like this would ever happen. And y'all really did stick with me throughout the years, and I thank you so much for that. You stuck with me through the plagiarism, through the attacks, through the pivot in the channel, through my Chrono Cross and Final Fantasy VIII takes. Y'all always stuck with me, and I do thank you so much for that. It has been a long road, but you know what? All I can do is just share my thoughts and my views on RPGs. That's all I can do. All I can do is just be honest. This is a channel that is unbiased. I just do my own thing. I don't have an editor. I don't have a thumbnail artist. I don't have a script writer. There's nobody like playing the games in the background in a basement somewhere. It's all me. I've been playing these games since the 80s, and I just love them, and I just like to share my opinions with y'all, and I do thank you so much for hanging around. So I just got back from a road trip with my brother, and you see this video is pretty long. It's like an hour long, and the reason for that is because my brother and I got together and we did some recording together on that road trip. I thought it would be fun to kind of reminisce together as well. But whenever I got back from the road trip, guess what was here at my home waiting for me? This little thing with my post-it note over my address, because no. So let's open this thing up and see what we got going on here. We have a letter straight from YouTube right here. Super cute. It's talking about remembering your first subscriber, your 100th or your 1,000th subscriber. Congratulations on your milestone, all that kind of stuff. Really cool. I'll post a picture of that over on Twitter or on my community post. And then here it is, the plaque itself right there. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is freaking amazing. This is just, again, never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that I would receive this, that I would ever get this. And now you will see, oh, look at me. You can see my reflection in the recording thing right there. That's, okay, there we go. Interesting. You know, I never thought that I would get anything like this, and here I am. I've hit this milestone, I've hit this achievement, and I couldn't have done it without y'all's help, without your support. And I do thank you from the bottom of my heart. And this is funny. Recognize your team. Yeah, I don't have a team. My team is me, myself, and I. There is no team. I achieved this milestone on my own. It's just me. There's nobody else here. So again, every time you do tune into this channel, you will know that you're just getting my unbiased opinion. So again, thank you so much for all that. And now I want to hang out with y'all and talk with y'all about what it was like to grow up, me and my brother. And yeah, so now join Daniel and I as we are sitting in a hotel room discussing our childhood and our favorite RPGs. Hi there, everybody. Welcome to another 100,000 subscribers special. I am in Uniontown, Pennsylvania with my brother Daniel, and we're going to be talking about what it was like growing up together and just reminiscing on playing some games together. Introduce yourself, Daniel.
The good old days.
Yep.
Growing up in the 80s, NES.
Yep. Love the NES.
SNES. Game Boy. Need I say more?
It's the best. He's my older brother. He's older by 16 months?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And we got the NES in 1985.
16 months and 3 days.
Is it? No, it's not. Is it 3 days?
Sure.
It is 3 days. Oh shit, I can do math. Okay. Well, anyway.
How about that?
Yeah. He's a little bit drunk too, as you can see. So yeah, he was out drinking during dinner. But anyway.
Pennsylvania's finest.
Yeah, no kidding. We got an NES in 1985. Our parents got us Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, and Legend of Zelda.
Absolutely, Zelda.
Yeah, I remember they actually played Legend of Zelda.
They were pretty good.
They were. Our mother was really good at it. I think she got to like level 6 or something.
Indeed, she did. The 6th dungeon.
The 6th dungeon, yeah, level 6. Yeah, level 6. And we would go to like her for help. She was like our hint guide or whatever for it. But it was a lot of fun. I liked Zelda.
She was our Nintendo counselor, as they were called back then.
No kidding. Oh God, I had to call her the Nintendo counselor one time. She actually let me. I think I've told that story before. Did I ever tell you this?
No joke.
First Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Yeah.
What? You needed help with that?
Yes, it was
That's
a block,
easy mode.
It was a block pushing puzzle to get to Fireburg.
Didn't you play Adventures of Lolo?
I did play Adventures of Lolo. I wasn't any good at it, but I played Adventures of Lolo.
Clearly.
Yeah.
That's a block that whole game is a block pushing puzzle.
I know. There was 3 of those stupid things. I don't think they make
Believe
the
it or
Lolo
not.
games any longer. I really don't. There was the 3.
Let's pour one out for Lolo.
Oh, good Lord.
For my homie Lolo.
There was 3 Lolo games. They were like these puzzle games. I remember I kind of wanted the 3rd one because I saw that it had a world map in Nintendo Power. I would read all about these games.
That's
in Nintendo
all it takes.
Power. Yeah.
Pure, unadulterated propaganda. At its finest. Nintendo Power.
It really was. Like, did they ever
You got
give
the
like
power in you.
Did they ever give like a bad review to anything? Like, oh,
Nope.
And there was these like we would play like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it was like Nintendo Power was like, this is the best game ever,
Dude, and
like,
you'd be like swimming underwater for like 45 minutes getting electrocuted over and over again to death in this absolute garbage game.
That was the worst game ever. Oh my God. I would always choose Raphael for the underwater levels because he had the worst weapon. Yeah. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
Yeah, why defend yourself if you're just gonna die?
I know,
with
I
an
know.
Inanimate object.
Donatello had the best weapon because it was the
did.
longest and the strongest.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles 2, however. The arcade game.
Yes, Ninja Turtles 2 was a good one. I really
yeah.
enjoyed Ninja Turtles 2.
That's a lot of fun, man.
That was like night and that's like the difference between Lufia 1 and Lufia 2 as far as like how good a game could possibly be, like the sequel like really surpassing the original, you know what I mean? Like that was a lot. We used to play that game together all the time.
Let me tell you, back in the day, we were a couple of side-scrolling badasses.
We would play shooters like Stinger. Remember Stinger?
Gunsmoke?
Oh my God, Gunsmoke. Akari Warriors.
Yeah!
All I remember about Akari Warriors was ABBA.
All I remember about Akari Warriors is getting stuck in the tank after somebody threw a grenade on it, and it would turn gray, and you're like, oh shit, this thing is gonna explode.
It's gonna
in
explode.
these
You couldn't get out of the tank.
What mysterious combination of buttons? I know the ABBA code to like bring me back to life,
like,
but what
revive.
mysterious combination buttons will get me out of this tank before it explodes?
I
and kills me?
forgot all about that stupid. Wasn't there an Akari Warriors 2?
Of course there was.
I think that there was.
Because
We
one-
rented it from Video Wonderland one time.
One irritating game deserves another.
There
That was fun though.
There was a lot of like the thing is that I think a lot of people don't understand who may have not grown up in this era. Like as annoying as these games were, and as much fun that we have like ragging on them and like shitting all over them, they were a good time. Like we had a good time.
Oh yeah, dude! Like the first RPG I ever got, Dragon Warrior.
Loved it.
When I go back and play it now, my God, I gotta spend like freaking 2 hours grinding up levels before I go to the next town.
Yeah,
But let me tell you, as an 8-year-old,
we loved nothing more than to grind.
compelling.
Yes, we
Let me tell
loved it. We loved it. We could not get enough.
Dude, I was addicted to the grind.
Do you remember where we first played Dragon Warrior? Do you remember?
A little bit.
Where? Do you not remember?
New York!
It was in New York.
Yeah.
It was in New York.
It was
in
at
New
our
York.
freaking Uncle David's house.
Uncle David's house. 'cause
Believe
there's
it or
there's
not, David Vink has an Uncle David.
I also have a cousin David. Yeah, I know. There's David's running our family. But yeah, we played it there at Uncle David's house, and we loved it. And then we came to leave, and he was like, "Hey, take this game." Yes, give us the game. Give us the game. And yeah, we were hooked on RPGs ever since then. Both of us.
But I think he got the NES like the day it was released.
he did.
As
Well,
a New Yorker,
he was older too.
as a New Yorker, he got it right away. And I remember going up there and being like, what is this? What is this robot that stacks discs
God.
while you play this like lame ass game?
He had Gyromite and Rob the Robot. And we were like, and the Rob the Robot, it actually worked. Like, it actually worked. Nowadays, you never see the stupid thing. But, like, it actually worked, and he would, like, show it off or whatever. And I remember we played Ice Climber there.
I love how you say it worked. It freaking, like, it was like...
I know. That's it. That's all
it worked.
Did. Literally all it did. We played Ice Climber there. Man, Ice Climber was fun because, like, not only did you play the game, you could, like, build your own stage. Like, nowadays, adding in an extra mode, like, that would be like a DLC sort of thing, a downloadable content sort of thing, where you have to, like, pay extra for it or whatever. Dino has no idea what I'm talking about. He doesn't play really any modern video games, I know. But there was also, like, Excite Bike. Do you remember building, like, building the courses in Excite Bike?
Yeah, where all you do is, like, the big jump with, like, you'd, like, launch yourself into a bunch of dirt and make the most absolutely, like, self-inflicted, frustrating level ever.
Yes, it would be, like, the most painful level ever. It'd be like, hey, Dana, go play this level.
Like 12 minutes to do one lap.
And then all the
like
little pieces were like named after a letter. And I remember the S one was like this massive, like
massive
ramp thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun. They did all sorts of like little buildy modes and stuff like that back then on the NES. Another fun one that we used to play was Metroid.
Honestly, before we get into Metroid, one of the things I wanted to say about most of those games that you just referenced, whether it's Excite Bike or Ice Climber in particular.
I liked Ice Climber.
My God almighty. One of the things that created the challenge in that game was not the levels, because the levels were straightforward. It was the absolutely god-awful controls.
Yes.
You'd let go of the controller to be like, hey, my character should stop moving. And he'd be like, nah, I'm going to slide for like 17 and a half more pixels. Or 23. Who the hell knows?
The same thing happened with the Kid Icarus or whatever.
Yeah. Let's just like roll the dice and my guy is just going to move where the hell ever.
Wherever he feels like going or whatever. Metroid had some pretty decent controls.
But I love Metroid. Dude, Metroid, like... Yeah. Metroid had some like pinpoint accurate controls.
It did.
Because you'd like roll into that little ball, and you'd have to like drop the little energy bombs to like bomb yourself up to like destroy the bushes or shit, or get the energy tanks.
To get the energy tanks, yeah, up top. Yeah, I remember that. I think, beat the game. I never beat it.
No. I got that password where like
Justin Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin Bailey.
Talk about a game where there is no
direction whatsoever.
Like an open world concept. My God, dude, that's not just open world, open worlds.
Yes.
Because of course, in the future, worlds are connected by elevators.
Of course they are.
Much like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
Or maybe you have to like go down into the lava and then hit the down button and hold it there as your health is being drained until you fall through the floor. Like, like stupid shit like that. It was just like, oh my God. Yeah, and then I remember after Dragon Warrior, like, I played Dragon Warrior 2 and 3, but I don't think that you really ever did.
I know I did, but I don't think I really got into them that much. I got into Dragon Warrior 4 because of the multiple story frames and then how they,
came together in Chapter 5?
Yes, you said it perfectly.
Do you remember, I'm gonna test your memory. Do you remember who was in each chapter? Like, who started in Chapter 1 or Chapter 2 or what they were about or anything else like that? I do.
I have pretty recently been playing through
it. So well, there you go.
Yeah, okay. Chapter 1 was like Ragnar the
Royal Soldiers.
Chapter 2 was the princess whose name I cannot remember. Yeah, who wanted to test her strength. Chapter 3 was the Talon,
the merchant.
And Chapter 4 was the Ding Dang twins.
The sisters.
Yeah. And then Chapter 5 is the hero, Daniel.
Yeah. Look at you. You got it.
Did you know his name was Daniel?
It's Solo.
No, it was Daniel when I played.
I'm sure it was. Mine was always David. So there you go. I remember one thing. So back in the day, like, I didn't know what the difference between Dragon Warrior and Final Fantasy was. I remember thinking, oh, in Final Fantasy games, I only have 4 letters to name my guy. In Dragon Warrior, I have 8 characters to name my guy. In Final Fantasy, nobody follows after you. You just have the one hero. But in Dragon Warrior, you have everybody following after you, like a little train or whatever. And I was like, that's the only difference. Obviously, there's a lot more differences than that.
Right, yeah. In Final Fantasy, you had to buy your spells.
That's true. So, what was your favorite chapter in Dragon Warrior 4? Do you know? I remember what it was growing up.
Growing up, it was 3.
I remember you telling me
because of the casino.
You loved Talon and his little journey and everything.
Money making, baby.
Yep.
There it is.
Get that cold hard cash. Yep. I think I liked the Sisters of Mamaraba.
Oh, yeah?
the best. Yeah, I like the music, you know? I don't know, it had good music, Gypsies Dance and all that. It was good. It was
Dude,
good.
you want to talk about music? Probably my favorite, my two favorite retro video game music themes would be number one.
He's obsessed with music, bro.
He's a little bit of a
Obsessed with
dark
music.
horse candidate here.
Okay.
Especially when you compare it to its absolutely world famous evil twin, Tetris. Dr. Mario. With that virus theme. Dude, I love the music from Dr. Mario.
Wasn't
It's
there only
insane.
2 themes that you could choose from? In both Tetris and Dr. Mario, you could choose like a theme A or a theme B. I remember this.
Yeah, and one
Yeah.
was awesome and one sucked.
Yeah.
You could choose the one that was awesome or the one that sucked.
Yeah. So
it
he
said a
always
lot
chose
about
the
you
first
personally.
one.
Yeah, because it rocked.
Exactly.
And then the other one, gotta be, believe it or not, with its absolutely limited sonic palette and limited sound chip available, with its green and black graphics, Super Mario Land for the Game Boy.
You like that music?
My God, dude, yeah, man. You can actually, folks have like covered that stuff and
Really?
and done like rock and roll themes of it and stuff, like whole orchestrated themes of the Super Mario Land soundtrack.
So the background music for this video,
You
we
gotta
just
link that.
decided.
You gotta link
I'm
it.
going to pick all the entire background music for this video, some sort of orchestrated Super Mario Land theme. Or is it Mario or Mario?
Depends on if you ask me or my mother.
Thank you. Everybody always makes fun of me, saying, "Why do you call him Mario?"
It's Mario.
It's technically Mario, but growing up, what were we told by Mumsity?
Mario.
Mario.
That's Mario.
That's Mario. Exactly. It was always Mario, so I don't want to hear it. Gosh, so Super Mario Land, I remember I hated it. Hated it because, like, you only had the one power-up. And the power-up, it wasn't like a fireball that, like, went all the way across the screen.
Hell yeah, it was a Super Ball. It bounced.
It was dumb. Did not like it. Also, like,
You know
Mario
who
was,
else
like,
didn't like
teensy tiny. He
You know
was,
who
like,
else
a
didn't
pixel
like it?
high.
Those little turtles didn't like it.
No, they did. And the turtles would like bomb. They would like turn into like these little bombs or whatever and blow up
Oh,
on you.
yeah.
That was so stupid.
Yeah,
'Cause,
that was kind of a frustrating game. But I think the music on like there was like well, the first level is great. There was like an Egyptian level that had like
remember
some
that.
very culturally appropriated music that was very good. And I believe there was also an airplane level that
there
had some pretty
was.
good
I think
music
that was
as
like the
well.
last level or whatever. He was like trying to rescue Princess
yeah.
Daisy or
Yeah,
whoever.
you would
it
know
was.
because you never got that far.
I think I did. I don't
No,
know.
you just watched me.
Oh, I probably did. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
watched me dominate.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Oh gosh. I remember on the Nintendo. So we got a Nintendo in 85. By the
Right.
time like 90 rolled around, half our games, you'd put it into the system and it would just blink and flash and blink. You'd have to get the Q-tips, put them under
Right?
water,
Yeah,
wash
yeah,
the
yeah.
stupid thing, blow it, dry it out. And then
It was one of those things that just everyone knew.
Everybody knew. Everybody knew.
You just knew.
You just knew. Like nobody told you to do it. You just knew to do it.
You blew on the game, man, and then you put it back in.
It had nothing to do with that actually. It had to do with like connectors or something.
Exactly.
Pins
Yeah.
connecting or something
But it was
we
like
didn't know back
it was
then.
like a luck-based thing.
Yeah, it
It
definitely
was faith-based, actually.
Yes, it was faith-based. Yes, we got the game Genie though, and that solved all those problems. Even if you didn't use the code.
Right.
It was something about the connectors in the game Genie were like better than the connectors in the old games that we had or something. So it made it like so much better.
Right, because you'd buy the game Genie and you would lose the book of cheat codes.
I remember, I think it was every 3 months or so, we would get mailed like
That's
an
right.
additional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supplemental cheat codes.
I remember that.
For games that you don't own.
Oh, I know. I remember that too. I
But it
remember
would
one
also
time-
create pressure to buy more games.
It did. It did.
Brilliant.
It did. I remember one time we got the supplemental thing in the mail, and we were going out somewhere, maybe to dinner or the mall, or I don't remember where we were going. We were going out somewhere, and the code in there was for Million Secret Castle.
An absolute winner of a game, I must say.
Hated Million Secret Castle. But once I got the codes for it, I was like, I'm gonna beat this freaking game. I hate this stupid game. I'm gonna beat this game. Gotta beat this game. So like,
Take that game.
I was able to beat a lot of games because of Game Genie, but games were so hard back then. So I don't feel bad about it at all.
Well, the thing was, in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, and through the 80s, it was arcades.
Yes.
Right? Drop your quarter in, drop your quarter in, drop your quarter in. And then with Nintendo, there's no quarters. You can repeat as often as possible. And so these programmers were like, we got to have a challenge. And therein comes games like friggin' Battletoads.
Oh, God.
And
So Nintendo Power hyped up Battletoads so freaking much with that stupid Black Queen or whoever the hell she was with her little slinky ass dress
God.
and the comic book thing that they had in there. They went on like it was God's gift to gaming, and then you got the stupid thing, and you died in the second level because of that racetrack. That was
the third level.
whatever. It was
No,
impossible
hang on,
to do.
hang on.
What?
First of all, I'm not going to let you talk shit about the beautiful Dark. Second of all, the second level
She's
is
still not going to sleep with you.
a man can dream. The second level, you're descending down a mysterious tube.
Yes.
And you hold on to the side.
And you turn to a bell.
Yeah. We called it a bell pepper, but I believe it's actually like a wrecking ball.
Oh, okay.
On further observation, I believe it's a wrecking ball. And when you play two-player, you think, I'll get the left, you get the right? And so you're like going down this thing, you turn into a wrecking ball, you press any button at all,
Anything.
and you just swing wildly
Boom!
and destroy your co-player repeatedly.
But the problem was that if the wrecking ball hit the string, it would cut the string in half, therefore not just damaging you, but killing you, losing a life.
And there were these damn birds that would also cut your string.
That's true.
But I gotta ask the big question, the question of my generation, which game is more unfair? Battletoads or Ninja Gaiden?
Oh, God.
Because you talk about an unfair game.
Oh,
Ninja
God.
Gaiden had all these impossible jumps.
Ice
then
levels impossible, just the stupid eagles flying.
And then
all
on the
frickin'
other
place.
side of the impossible jump is this endlessly responding wolf that
Yes,
jumps at
that
you.
would jump at you.
Like you'd be like, oh man, I can make the jump this time. And you jump across and then this wolf would spawn and boom, and kill you.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, all right, well that was bad luck. I'm going to try again. And it'd kill you. And then you'd have to like figure out a way to somehow jump while killing this wolf.
Or there was like that stupid like machine gun toting guy going back and forth with his 3 bullets or whatever.
And of course, ninjas routinely face machine gun wielding assailants.
I would say,
however, the cutscenes on Ninja Gaiden are something to behold.
yes, that is cinematic. Those are fantastic cutscenes, absolutely fantastic. I would say that Battletoads is more unfair simply because the racing thing, I cannot with that.
I played it recently, and like, even if you know what's coming, I don't believe the human body is able to respond quickly enough without like stimulants.
And like it gives you like the little flashing warning and
that these bricks are going to be coming at you. So basically, for whatever reason, you're inside a freaking human body.
Yeah,
and
or
you're like
something,
jumping from like organ to organ or something.
It looks like
while
tongues.
these
I don't know
while
what it
these
is.
freaking pigs are attacking you or something. And if you are standing on, so like you're like it's an island like this, right? And if you're on the top of it, you can jump to the other one. But if you're on the bottom, you'll miss. And if you're way up top, you'll also miss.
Yes.
So you have to be in the like exact sweet spot to jump to the
but
next
also
little island.
avoiding the stupid little things that are coming at you. And it's like at one point,
And so
first it gives you like
once-
10-second warning, and then it's like a 2-second
Well,
warning, and then it's
hang
like a
on.
split-second warning.
Once you make it through that spot of jumping from place to place, fighting these guys in hand-to-hand combat, then you get rewarded by jumping on this like motor jet thing, which is kind of badass, I gotta say. When you get on it, you're like, oh man,
Yeah.
I'm like riding this jet ski thing. This is cool as heck. The music changes to like this pretty sweet little like.
Obsessed with music.
Oh, I love it. this cool little theme, and then you have to just dodge these like brick walls that come at you, of course, because everybody's body is filled with little brick walls. And so you're trying to dodge them, and they come at you like at a regular pace where you can like, okay, yeah, I got
can
the
figure
hang of
it out,
I'm gonna be good at this. And then you hit a little continue spot and you start over, and then all of a sudden there are these insane ramps with these huge jumps. And then as soon as you land, it's like, hey, here's a wall.
Boom! So you might not know this actually, but American games are purposely made harder than the Japanese counterparts. And this could be a big
Except for your
thing.
Final Fantasy Mystical Quest that you needed to cheat on to beat.
Exactly. But the reason for that, you might not know this, but the reason for that is because the rental market did not exist in Japan. Renting a video game was illegal in Japan, but America had a rental market. So they purposely made our games much, much, much more difficult than they did in Japan. So I betcha that the Nintendo Power people got like an early release copy of the Japanese version, and then they were like, yeah, this is perfectly fine, this is great, whatever. And then we were stuck with this super freaking hard American version. We're all dying all over the place, like dead bodies scattered about, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's why I did not know that.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. So, you know, we are on a road trip right now. We've been driving from Georgia. We hit, where did we go? We went to North Carolina, West Virginia, Maryland. We're in Pennsylvania now. And we used to go on road trips all the time as kids.
Every summer.
Every single summer, Georgia, New York. And
Georgia,
we brought our
New York.
Trusty little Game Boys.
Oh.
Final Fantasy Legend 1, 2, 3 accompanying me. Final Fantasy Adventure accompanying us. Sword of Hope 1 and 2. Love those games. Love those games. Those were a lot of fun. Which one did you like best?
Some of those Final Fantasy Game Boy games were some of my absolute favorite games, and I played the heck out of them.
Did you know that they're not actually Final Fantasy games? So the Final Fantasy Legend games are actually part of a series called the Saga series. Have you ever heard of the Saga series?
Saga.
Saga.
I feel like that was like an American...
No.
Well, like a Japanese thing that became an American thing.
No. So the Saga series is a completely different series from Final Fantasy. And
Okay.
it's spun off. There's Saga Frontier, there's Romancing Saga. On the SNES, there was 3 Romancing Saga games that we never actually got.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, I know, seriously. And then Final Fantasy Adventure, that's the action RPG one.
I loved that one.
That's also not a Final Fantasy game. What? That's the very first game of the Secret of Mana series.
No joke.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
I love Secret of Mana. I love it.
It's so much fun. It's so much
Secret
fun.
of Mana is awesome. I play it with my daughter.
Do you?
Yes.
We'll get to Secret of
Yeah.
Mana in a second, but I remember there was another game on the Game Boy, and you were freaking obsessed with it. And it was Cosmo Tank, I believe?
Cosmo thing?
Cosmo Tank.
Freaking for real?
Yeah, Cosmo. I remember playing this. He got this game Cosmo Tank, and he was like, "Do you want this game Cosmo Tank?" And I played it for like 5 minutes. So I was like, "This game sucks. What are you talking about?"
No, I borrowed it from my friend Maria and never gave it back. Hell yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. No, that game was awesome, man. You're a dude in the tank, and you like drive around, and he's like, kill all the life force from every planet.
I remember that.
Just like,
Yeah.
what an evil directive for a video game. But that's. Well, who
But it
am
was
I?
like
I'm just gonna
insects. So you were
Hell
like this
yeah, man, you're
massive
just driving-
freaking tank, and you're like killing like mosquitoes or something.
Heck
like,
yeah, man. Yeah.
oh my
Such is
gosh.
life.
That's crazy.
It spoke to me. I
So-
hate insects.
So you essentially stole that game from Maria. Okay.
I believe the statute of limitations has passed.
I'm sure she doesn't even remember. Did she ever ask for it back or anything?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I remember whenever we got Crystallis for the
That was a cool game for
I
Nintendo.
loved Crystallis. Do you know how we got that?
I haven't played that game in forever.
You need to play it.
But
You
I
need to play
remember it had like very similar to the A Link. Was it A Link to the Past, the Super Nintendo Zelda game where you had to charge the sword?
Yes.
And have like a special sword
And
attack.
each sword had its own element. There were 4 swords: a wind, fire, water, and lightning sword.
I gotta play that again.
Yeah, and then there was like a ring that could power it up and a bracelet that could power it up.
Some of those old Nintendo RPGs were like so much more complex than they're given credit for.
Yeah, they really are. I swear to God, they're more complex than some of the RPGs that we play now. Like they really are.
I guarantee you they're more frustrating.
Oh yes, especially Crystallis. Crystallis, like it was so hard. It was in every single freaking Counselor's Corner ever until finally.
Counselor's Corner?
You remember Counselor's Corner on the Nintendo
Nintendo Power.
Yeah. Until finally in like 1996 or something, like 7-something years after the game came out, they were finally like,
96 is like the height of Nintendo 64.
96. Luigi
Right?
2 came out, and I think that we got Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 97.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. So we got that game because we were playing it so much and I liked it so much, and we could never find it in the store. So we could only rent it from Video Wonderland. And then, so our mom goes to return it at Video Wonderland, and then she goes, "Hey, could I just like re-rent this?" Or, well, you have to return it and you have to come back the same day, and then like, or you have to come back like the next day and like rent it or whatever. She's like, okay, and she just kind of left. So then she comes back like an hour or so later, the next day, she came out the next day or something, and she goes like, oh, that game that I saw, I lost it. I just can't find it any longer. And then the worker who she spoke to the previous day came out. She's lying. She came in and she wanted to keep the game yesterday. She's lying. She's like, prove it.
That's the New York in her.
I know, seriously. So she's like, what's the fee for a lost game? It can't be more than $20 here. And then she left.
Oh man, she paid his ass off. I love it.
She probably still have those Nintendo Fun cards that we had.
Oh
those
man,
things?
I wish I had that Nintendo Fun Club.
So before the Nintendo Power, there was a Nintendo Fun Club.
And it came out quarterly. Mm-hmm. And it was like on freaking like construction paper.
Yeah,
almost.
It was like really
it was like a
12
page little
booklet. Little
almost.
booklet, yeah. And then we got these little membership cards that were members of the Nintendo Fun Club. Yeah, that was really freaking cool.
Mm-hmm. And so we were like grandfathered into Nintendo Power and that famous first
we had that first issue.
First issue with the infamous claymation Super Mario Brothers 2.
Super Mario. And then I think the second issue, they had to like apologize for it. They never reprinted it or something because it was Castlevania and the guy was like holding Dracula's head or something.
I'm sure.
And it, like scared a lot of kids or something like that.
Dude,
I remember that.
So much of that like Nintendo Castlevania art for those style of games, it was so metal.
Yeah. That was neat. Like it was badass back then. It really was. There was we took another road trip down to our grandparents' house. And
Lots of road trips.
Lots of road trips. Bringing our Game Boys down there. But what do we get? We got an SNES that time. And it came with Super Mario World. And we loved that one.
I still love that game.
That's so much fun. I felt it was downgrade from Super Mario Brothers 3. Simply because Super Mario Brothers 3 allowed you to have so many more power-ups. You got the fire power, you got the raccoon power, you got the Tanuki suit, you got the hammer suit, you got the frog, you got the shoe.
Stop.
Everything.
How many levels do you actually get to play in the Tanuki suit?
I don't know, what if you get the stupid suit? Then you can hit the select button and you can turn it on.
How many levels do you get to play in the frog suit?
All of World 3?
What? How many levels do you get to be in the boot?
1.
The boot is pretty badass.
The boot is badass.
The boot is pretty cool.
I love the boot ass. I love the boot ass. The boot ass.
Super Mario Brothers 3 is pretty fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
But I love Super Mario World.
Yeah.
The variety, the graphics, the play, the controls are like pitch perfect.
Yeah. That was fantastic.
Is it Miyamoto?
Miyamoto?
Man, he outdid himself.
Yeah,
That's
Miyamoto.
a perfect game.
Yeah, it was so good. That Christmas, we got Final Fantasy II. That was probably like your high, because you played the heck out of Final Fantasy II.
Oh my god, I still love that game.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite game. That's probably the peak of my RPG fandom was Final Fantasy II.
Really?
Cecil? Yeah.
Cecil.
Really?
Cecil. There's been voice acting added since then, and the official pronunciation is Cecil.
Well, my guy. Cecil.
The little girl, the little green hair girl, how do you pronounce her name?
Spell it?
Starts with R-Y.
Rydia.
You spelled it correctly. So
we used to call her Rydia. When we were younger, we called her Rydia.
That's why I was like, what's the little green? Because I didn't want to pronounce it correctly for him.
But now that I know how to read.
Exactly. We used to call her Rydia all the time. It never occurred to us, oh, it's just like Lydia, but with an R. It never occurred to us. Yeah. But that was such a freaking good game. We would play the heck out of it.
And like you play for the dude's redemption. To the moon.
Yeah, turning into a paladin.
Just like in real life.
Getting off his dark
side. It's Shakespearean.
It is.
Like, I freaking love it. I love the story. I love the gameplay. I love the monsters. I love the spells. I love the spoony bard. I love everything. I love Fusoya.
I love like a souffle. Souffle-ya.
I love the twins, Porum and Pollum.
Yeah.
Everything about that game. Chef's kiss.
It is so good. How do you feel about Final Fantasy 3?
Steampunk. Before it was steampunk.
It was. It was.
I couldn't get into it.
It was so different.
With like the robo-techs or whatever.
Yeah, it was so different.
Like, kudos to them for taking a big-ass risk.
It was a risk.
Because you go from Final Fantasy on the Nintendo where you got to buy your spells and crap and you have to, like, declare your party in advance. And then you, like, make this wild jump to Final Fantasy 2 on Nintendo where, like, your party's spoken for and, like, there's a clear progression and a great story. And then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, you're, like, all of a sudden, like, wildly somewhere else. Totally different world, totally different characters. Like, why do they even call it Final Fantasy 3? It has nothing to do with Final Fantasy 2.
Yeah. Well, you know, all the Final Fantasies don't have anything to do with each other. You know that, right?
Crickets.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that. I did not know that.
Wow, you've got to be kidding.
No,
okay.
I really didn't know that.
It's like Final Fantasy 16 at this point. There's like 16 Final Fantasies. You did not know that?
Nope.
Every single Final Fantasy is completely different from one another. They don't have anything to do with anything else. They only share some common themes, such as like chocobos, the little birds that you
Right, yeah, I
ride
do.
around
I know
on.
what chocobos.
Okay, just saying. Like, just like some common themes and things like
You
that.
think I'm an idiot? You think I don't know what a chocobo is?
You didn't know that Final Fantasies were all independent from one another, so I don't even know what the hell you know now. Man. God.
Deep planning, deep strategy, deep, like, trying to, like, follow the flow of stuff. Let's talk about SimCity.
I like SimCity.
Dude, I love SimCity.
I loved SimCity.
Dude, that was, like, hardcore into
Yeah.
some SimCity on the Super Nintendo.
I loved frickin' SimCity. That was a great frickin' game. You know what the best part of SimCity was? That code. It wasn't a code. It was in classified information. And it
wasn't classified
information. It was
information.
something like you spent all of your money and then you like raised your taxes or lowered your taxes all the way or something to zero.
Reduce all your funding as well.
Yeah. And then
Then you get $1 million.
it was something like the numbers underflowed or something, and you got millions and millions and millions of dollars. So you would do that in like the very first year.
Yes.
And then you would be able to play the game cheap the whole time.
As God intended.
Exactly, as God intended. And then I remember whenever...
I was never able to build a Megapolis in that game. I got up to like 300,000
I was never able to get the Mario statue either. Like, I got pretty far, and then always something
That's pretty
like...
cool.
It was a Mario statue when you got the Megapolis.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was
I
one
didn't
of
know what
last
the
gifts.
reward was.
It was one of the
What
last
a hell
gifts.
of a reward.
I know. I remember thinking like, oh, okay, well, SimCity's good, so Sim Earth might be good. And,
Oh yeah, Sim Earth.
so do you remember what have you got Sim Earth? I remember. I remember everything.
Refresh, you do.
I remember
Refresh my memory.
everything. We were up in New York on yet another road trip.
Road trip.
And our parents or grandparents took us out to see a movie and then Toys R Us after.
Do you remember the movie?
I do remember the movie. It was True Lies. Do you know why I remember the movie?
Bow chicka bow.
Because Jamie Lee Curtis.
So you know what I remember the most about that movie?
What?
Well, I obviously remember.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis.
The foxy Jamie Lee Curtis. I remember the airplane that hovered in place.
You know, something about at the end of it, because we were like the Florida Keys or something.
Jump to me.
Yeah.
Jump.
No, I remember that because she started doing the striptease or something, and then like my grandmother was like, "Don't watch this, don't look at this," or
And
whatever.
Arnold just like played the voice on the tape recorder.
Yeah.
The tape player, tape machine.
So then after that, we're
getting sidetracked.
We are getting sidetracked. After that, we went to Toys R Us.
Don't get distracted by Jamie Lee Curtis.
Don't worry, I'm good. Maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger, but
He's like
at least how he was back then, you know. But anyway, we went to Toys R Us, and I picked out Final Fantasy Legend 3 as like my game,
Good choice.
and you picked out Sim Earth.
Oh yeah.
And then I remember
Questionable choice.
I remember my grandparents being like, "Well, your game was only $30, and his game was $60, so you can get another game if you want to." I'm like, "Hell fucking yeah!" So I was able to get like another Game Boy game, which was really cool. Then so I'm playing my Game Boy games on this trip because like I'm thinking like, we're on a trip, I'm gonna get a Game Boy game. It just makes sense. He couldn't play his game until he got back to home to Georgia. And how did you feel about Sim Earth when you actually got back to play it?
Based on my current feelings, unmemorable.
Do you remember anything about it? I remember like have to do like ice meteors or something.
I don't
or
know.
whatever.
Like, I remember playing Civilization, and I remember playing Populous.
I actually didn't mind Populous. I liked Populous.
I really liked it too, but I don't remember a thing.
Because
about
Simmer sucked, that's why. Terrible. What a waste of freaking money that was. We used to play Secret of Mana together too. That was a lot of
A
fun.
heck of a lot of fun, man.
You're playing through that with your daughter right now, aren't you?
Yeah. We've almost gotten to the very end of it.
Really?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you let her play anybody? But like, do you actually let her play the boy or no?
She doesn't want to.
Okay.
But even if she did. Nope.
He would never let me play the boy. I always had to play the girl, the sprite, which was fine. I like playing the sprite. The sprite was a lot of fun. And I would play the sprite with like, well, actually, what we would do, we would torture ourselves because we would make sure that every single weapon was completely maxed out for every single character rather than just being like, oh, the boy has the sword, the sprite has the whip, or the girl has the gloves, or whatever.
The dwarf has the axe.
Yeah.
No. They all got to be leveled up.
Yep.
That's the rule.
All leveled up evenly. Same thing every single time that you powered up a seed. Every single magic has to be powered up. Even the girls.
Now,
magic.
well, the magic, I don't know. Some of that healing magic is straight up trash.
Yeah.
I gotta say. So I do feel like we did cut a couple corners on leveling up the magic.
Another game that came up right around the time of Secret of Mana that we liked, Seventh Saga.
What an interesting game. What an interesting concept for a game. The title. My memory for the game is a little fuzzy, so I have no idea where the title came from.
Well, because there's 7 characters that you can choose from. There's Asuna, who's the mage, the Valsu, the priest guy, Lux. You always play this Lux, the robot. There's Umi, the alien. There's Legis, the demon. Camille, the knight. And Olvin, the dwarf, I think. How I just rattled that off the top of my freaking head, I have no idea, but yeah.
This is a guy who makes his living.
I have beaten Seven Saga with every single stupid freaking character. Oh my
god.
I know. I hate myself. What can I say?
What a difficult freaking game. What an aggravating game. Now, I loved the way that when you're in the overworld, there's like a little orb
crystal
on the side that would like kind of indicate where the enemies were, so they weren't completely random encounters. And if you wanted to fight, you could find them. You could seek and destroy.
Yes.
I also
But you never wanted to actually find them because they were so brutally freaking difficult. You wasn't want to run away from them.
Very true. I also liked how, with the 7 different characters, that the game was different with every character you chose, because folks would talk to you differently based on who you were. If you were the alien, or if you were the robot,
or the demon.
Oh, especially if you were the demon, man, people would give you
They did not like you.
Yeah,
they did not like you.
But also, during gameplay, correct me if I'm wrong, but you would meet up with the other characters at different times, and based on who you were,
some might join you, some might. Like, it's possible.
They would join you or not.
It's possible for Valsu and Legis, the demon and the priest, to join up, but it's like a 5% chance. It's very low. But like everybody has like an equal chance of joining up with like Camille or whatever, because he's just neutral knight or whatever. But some people didn't like the robot, so it was harder to join up with him. So yeah, it was cool because like not only were the gameplay styles different in battle and all that, but like the way that you made and progress through the game was different.
The whole strategy.
Yeah, completely different.
It was very clever, very well programmed, very well thought out.
Enix did it well back then. That was Enix. They also did RoboTrack.
They're good, man.
They're good.
They did RoboTrack?
They did RoboTrack.
What an obscure, bizarre little game.
Did you know it was actually called Slapstick in Japan?
Is it because of like the quirky humor?
The quirky slapstickishness of it? Yeah.
It definitely is a quirky game.
Oh yeah, it is. Another game that you wanted this game. I remember not wanting it.
Some little game?
Yeah, a little game called Earthbound.
Huh.
Yeah.
Your viewers have probably never heard of it. Let's talk about something else.
No, they've heard of Earthbound by now. Back then, in the 90s, Earthbound, nobody liked it. I didn't like it. Well,
it came out.
I liked it eventually.
It came out as a quirky game. It came out.
This game stinks.
Yeah. It came out like targeted to people that don't like RPGs.
Yeah.
To people that don't want something mainstream. To people who want something a little weird. And it came with scratch and sniff stickers.
That stunk. It was like black pepper. It was like black pepper. It was ridiculous.
Like barf.
Yes. Vomit and all that kind of stuff.
And the graphics sucked. It was not realistic.
I liked the graphics. I thought it was cute. thought it was adorable.
You are correct.
Yeah.
But
I am
based on the video games at the time,
Yes.
the graphics sucked.
Yes.
It didn't hang its hat on graphics.
No, it didn't.
It didn't hang its hat on trendiness. It didn't hang its hat on heroic battles or epic storylines or anything that an RPG player would be interested in. It was not your Dungeons and Dragons based RPG. It was not your prince saves the princess or knight fights the dragon, slays the demon.
You do fight a kraken.
Eventually.
But
it was like kid has a baseball bat and fights the town drunk.
Exactly. It goes out and they expose corrupt cops or whatever. Do you remember the little Beatles joke in there?
Which one?
There was a lot of Beatles. There was Blues Brothers references. There was Beatles references. There was all sorts of cool stuff. That's why they like never remake it or whatever, because back they got away with all that stuff.
They had samples of Sgt. Pepper on there.
Yeah, they did, like the battle themes and everything. It was unfreaking believable.
No, in the freaking intro.
Did it?
In the intro, when you're like choosing your character, like some of that background sound effects and stuff.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, that was a cool freaking game. I remember we got Chrono Trigger for Christmas one Christmas. That was another freaking sweet game.
I have said, let the record state, that I have said that Final Fantasy II was probably the apex of my RPG fandom. But Chrono Trigger's better.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger. It's like Still to this day, it is hard for me to say that if anything really topped Chrono Trigger. There's some that are up there, but have they really topped Chrono Trigger? Like, it is still to this day so unbelievable. It's so good.
In what other game can you fight a robot at a county fair and win 10 silver coins?
I am Gato, hear me roar. I don't remember what a stupid song was. What was this
My
stupid?
name is Gato, I have mental joints. If you can beat me, you'll get 10 silver coins.
I think it was 15 silver points, but yeah. How do you remember that? Oh my god. Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, so the combination of multiple characters that you can choose from.
Do you remember who your favorite one was?
Multiple storylines to follow, timelines to follow, and then just the open-endedness of, spoiler alert, arriving at the end of time.
Don't spoil too much.
And being able to step into a well and go into different time periods in the same area.
It was also one of the very, very, very first games that featured multiple different endings.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
actually was a New Game Plus. I think it was the very first game that featured a New Game Plus. I really do. What else featured a New Game Plus?
Super Mario World.
That doesn't count.
Yes, it does, because if you found all like 120 levels, you got the star.
Whoop-de-frickin-do. If you got to keep all your items, all your gold, all your levels and everything and start a brand new game.
Yeah, but you'd be able to replay all the levels on Super Mario World.
Freaking Super Mario World. Give me a break.
Every day I'm trolling.
Who was your favorite character in Chrono Trigger? Do you remember?
Well, I always have a soft spot for the hero. I always like the hero. That guy I like Lucia.
Yeah.
Luca. I did like her.
I liked Robo.
I like Robo too.
He has a tragic story too.
I was about to say.
Dude,
Robo's pretty sad.
Yeah, I know, it's a sad story.
For a robot, it's a pretty emotional story.
It really is. Robot. It really is.
Have you played anything on the Nintendo 64?
I don't like the Nintendo 64. I don't even like Zelda 64, Ocarina of Time.
Point made.
So Christmas '97, he gets the N64, I get the PlayStation because I want a Final Fantasy VII, and he was just like, whatever. I think you just wanted that because you wanted Zelda, right?
Probably.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
So you got Zelda and you got Mario
USA too.
Yeah,
I've had a soft spot for racing games.
Yeah, he liked driving and all that kind of stuff too. So yeah, I would play Final Fantasy VII, but you would play the N64. And I remember the Christmas morning. You were playing through like the Deku tree or something, the very first tutorial level. You're like, hey David, come try this out. I couldn't even get past the first tutorial level. It was like aiming at a slingshot at like a spider web or something. Like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't freaking do it. It was awful. It was terrible.
Well.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and so, I got the N64, and I did play the hell out of Zelda. I couldn't get into Mario.
Because of 3D.
Yeah, the 3D.
Yeah,
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was like trying to like having an out-of-body experience while you're trying to shoot an arrow. That's what it felt like.
You have to understand, we were so young when we started on the NES that to be a late teenager whenever 3D was first introduced, it was such a shift for us.
Paradigm
and it was
shift.
so difficult for us to get used to it. That's another reason why at that point, before the PS1 came out and the 3D came, we would play all sorts of different games like we were talking about. We played Street Fighter, we played Mario, all sorts of different games.
Gradius.
The second that the 3D thing came out, nope, only turn-based RPGs, only RPGs, because I couldn't do the 3D. I just couldn't do it. It was so difficult for me. Same thing for you, apparently.
I already said it once and I'll say it again. Side-scrolling badasses.
Damn straight.
But when it comes to 3D,
woo, it was so difficult. I could never play Mario.
I never did get the hang of it.
Yeah, couldn't do it. We would still play some games on the N64, like Killer Instinct and things like that. Clay Fighter,
Cruis'n
I think was
USA?
on it. Yeah, Cruis'n USA.
But even now, my daughter is like, hey, you want to play Roblox? All I do is run off a cliff.
Yeah, it's so difficult. It took me until the PS2 era to finally get used to a 3D game because I had to, because Dragon Quest VIII was in 3D. That's what it took for me to finally get there. So yeah, I think it was with the N64 that you really dropped off with gaming, wasn't it?
Well, there's Nintendo. I got a soft heart for Nintendo. And so a few years later, when they announced the Wii, I was fired up. It looked cool, man. It looked cool. Motion sensing controllers
Even Ken
and stuff.
was excited about the Wii.
Yeah.
And he doesn't play
It
video
looks
games at all.
cool. And when you see, the PlayStation and the Xbox, they're in a competition to see who could be most realistic. Who can have the best shoot 'em up, who can have the best 3D shooter, who can have the most Call of Duty or whatever. And Nintendo is like, hey man,
We just want to have fun.
gaming is about fun.
Yeah. Who can have the
Check
most
this
fun?
out. These are nunchucks.
Yeah.
What kid of the 80s doesn't love nunchucks?
Oh my gosh, we had nunchucks growing up. I remember we had
yeah.
little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle nunchucks. Yeah.
So my ass woke up at 2:30 in the morning on Black Friday.
Nice.
Drove down to the Toys R Us and waited in line in the cold, dark November for an hour and a half for Toys R Us to open. I bought one for myself and one for my youngest sibling.
Yep.
And boom, both of our Christmas presents.
There you go.
Done.
Done in one go.
And honestly, that was kind of like the most unhinged thing I've ever done for a video game. But it's also probably like the last time I ever really felt passionate about a video game as well.
It was.
And let me tell you, man, I played the hell out of some Wii Sports.
Even Ken played Wii Sports. He would want to play Wii Bowling, Wii Tennis, all that.
Dude, I threw some nunchucks across the room playing tennis.
I still played other RPGs in the Wii, Arc Rise Fantasia, Xenoblade, things like that. But yeah, I played the Wii Sports. There was like a Wii Fitness thing or something that I played. Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Did I hear you say Paper Mario?
Paper Mario, I played Paper Mario on the Wii because it was on the WiiWare, the virtual console. It came out of the N64.
No. There was another one that came out.
It was called Super Paper Mario for the Wii.
Yeah.
That one.
I never got the one for the N64, but I played the one for the Wii. And
that was fun!
I never got to... I wish I had gotten farther into it, but I still reference the level 9 mustache. That has to be one of the funniest, most self-referential games Nintendo has put out.
All the Paper Mario games, as much as I like to shit on them, they're so funny.
They do
really
not take
funny.
themselves seriously.
Yeah,
it's very good.
At all. They're really a whole lot of fun. So, yeah, this was a great walk down memory lane with you, Daniel. This was fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for listening to two brothers, 40-year-olds, just blab on about the good old days. This was a fantastic time. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To your health.
Yes.